This is Top Accolade African News Updates. I am Soibifa Jagridge. The House of Lords has been pushing for a change to the bill that would establish a committee to monitor the safety of asylum seekers in Rwanda. Andrew Mitchell called on peers to step aside and accept the government's bill. There has been a prolonged standoff over the law between the two houses of parliament over the past 4 months. The Prime Minister has promised to keep MPs and Lords late into the night on Monday to pass the bill. It has already been approved by MPs on several occasions, most recently last week Wednesday, only for amendments to be added in the House of Lords. One which would establish a monitoring committee operating separately from the country's own judiciary, mandates that flights should not take off without its approval. But Mr. Michel, the senior Foreign Office official in the Commons, praised Rwanda's judicial independence, highlighting Chief Justice George Rugege, an enormously distinguished and respected international jurist. Last week, peers also backed an amendment that would exempt asylum seekers from Afghanistan who had previously assisted British troops when the military was stationed there from being among those forced to fly out to Rwanda. Peers wants 2 amendments added to the bill before they would ratify it, which is required before the government can pass it into law. MPs will vote on the bill and its amendments from the Lords on Monday afternoon. This ping-pong between the two houses of parliament could go on until either the government concedes and make concessions or peers give up on their suggested amendments. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak is expected to say that his team in the Commons and Lords will press ahead at a new conference shortly. Fans and fellow musicians have been paying tributes to Ghanaian gospel star Kofi Owusu Anto, popularly known as Koda. The musician died on Sunday from a condition yet to be made public. Multiple reports suggest he was suffering from kidney disease. Koda, who was also a producer, was famous for his uplifting songwriting as well as his melodious and soulful voice, which resonated with many in the country. Some of his most popular songs include Hosanna, Kwa Abodo, Nsempi, and Adoso. The 46-year-old leaves behind a wife and 3 children. South Africa's ruling African National Congress (ANC) has lost a trademark court battle with the newly formed Umkhonto weSizwe MK party. ANC wanted the party, which is backed by former President Jacob Zuma, to stop using the name and logo similar to that of the governing party's disbanded military wing, Umkhonto weSizwe. The ruling party argued that the use of the name by the new party would lead to voter confusion in the upcoming May polls. A court in Durban on Monday rejected the ANC's application in a move which means that MK party can continue its campaign ahead of next month's general election. Its co-founder Jabulani Khumalo said the party had conquered shortly after the court's ruling. Right now, our biggest focus is on campaigning and promoting Zuma, Mr. Khumalo added. Mr. Zuma, 81, is campaigning against the ANC in the May elections. An estimated 10 billion barrels of oil has been discovered in Namibia, Portuguese oil company Galp Energia has said. The company revealed that it had made the potential find after concluding its first phase of oil exploration in the Mopane field of Namibia's coast. In the Mopane complex alone, and before drilling additional exploration and appraisal wells, hydrocarbon in place estimates are 10 billion barrels of oil equivalent or higher, it said on Sunday. Vast oil and gas reserves have been discovered in Namibia's Orange Basin, where Mopane is located in recent years. The discoveries have positioned the southern African countries as a potentially significant player in the global oil industry. The country is eyeing an entry to the oil producers organization OPEC ahead of its planned start to oil production in 2030. That is the size of Top Accolade African News Updates. You can follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Happy Monday.